What's going on, guys? Ticker Trapper here. Today's video we're going to be going over Dogecoin, AMC, a little bit more of GameStop, and some little other news articles that have caught my attention here in the last couple of days for some possible predictions of the upcoming future. So obviously with Dogecoin, huge spikes in volume, huge bull run as well last night over here Japan time, pushing almost that 45-cent price range, and then falling right back, finding that new level support, touched about 30 cents, and then rallied back to that 40-cent range, and now we're back down here about that 27-cent level support, sending new, and then pushing back up to now about 31 cents, or sorry, 33 cents now. So we'll see if this is going to be still a cascading downward push of price action coming down here the next couple days, but hopefully rolling into this 420 Doge day, we can see some good spikes in volume and price action. Like I've said before, volume and price is going to play huge into this changing because of how much supply there is in correlation to the demand. The supply needs to underpace the demand as it stands for how much, and with it can only being bought on certain applications right now, does play into part for the demand. And we've seen crashes last night on Robinhood, not allowing people to buy more, only selling, which could have been playing key part into this downward push, instead of it being able to push up anywhere higher to your 50-cent ranges or even higher, maybe even in that dollar mark. So once we can see it getting on bigger applications and more public, we'll see a lot, hopefully higher ticks in demand, especially with Coinbase as well. We'll see if we can get Coinbase, as funny as it would be to add Dogecoin on 420 to their application, would be amazing. And we could see with their 40 million users a pretty significant demand, especially for the price of per coin you're seeing right now. So I'm holding all my coins long term. I got over 10,000 coins that I had bought months ago, and I see this thing in the upcoming future hitting that dollar price target and possibly only surpassing that dollar and pushing up, making new higher highs. A little bit of some rumors we'll see with Elon Musk tweet back in April 1st. He had put out saying, of course, April 1st puts out the tweet saying they're going to put a literal Dogecoin on the moon. And just yesterday, we had gotten the news that SpaceX wins the contract to develop a spacecraft to land astronauts on the moon. So we can see here, if this were to actually go through with his word, and how crazy that would be if they're able to do some type of advertisement on the moon for putting Dogecoin that much further out of this atmosphere and literally pushing Dogecoin to the moon, which would be the the greatest shit I've ever seen. Absolutely amazing. If we can see something like this happen, would be completely mind-blowing. Another rumor too is we've seen some Dogecoin possible distraction people have been called for to undermine the GameStop play currently right now, that the hedgies, good old hedgies, were actually just pushing this thing, knowing that Deep fucking Value has his options contracts expiring and then quadrupling down on his GameStop stock shares yesterday. So with that knowing play, some people have come up with the claims that it was just a huge spike from the hedgies to try to get people to look somewhere else so they can continue their play to push GameStop back down. I don't really see this being legitimate. I think that most of it is definitely spiraled up just from a certain uptick and getting everybody else on board. I do think that GameStop doing what it's doing is going to keep going on for a very long time, and I do wholeheartedly believe that this $120 mark is going to be its new floor for the near future, especially with all the news of going e-commerce and with Ryan Cohen and all this stuff. I do see it only sitting around this channel right here, if not breaking out and making a new higher high and going on that good old bull run. So we'll see how it runs out from here. I don't believe the hype. I think it's just, predictions that can be played out, but the real underlying underneath the hood action that's going on, I don't think that's for real. But like I said, seems like all GameStop holders are still holding, and if not, like with Deep fucking Value doubling down, quadrupling down on their current plays, and you'll see myself on Monday as well, buying in again on Monday to see if we can keep this thing going, because it seems every time that we get some news from deep fucking value that this thing is just going to skyrocket again. So we should see some good turnout in this next week. This next week we'll see some pretty good turnout and price action coming up here with this now quadrupling of deep fucking value. Seems to play in with the Reddit community very heavily. Last thing, looking over here at AMC, pretty interesting stuff over at AMC. We've seen that it was old support was around that 885 range. It found its support, consolidated, tested the support, broke back out. I'm seeing this thing pushing back forward, especially knowing the fact that over here on Ortex, we see the utilization now is sky high, 98.98. And we've seen, like I've said in my last videos in the past, that once it pushes this 100% utilization of all shorts on loan that could be utilized, once we see I get to this point and they start to cover the shorts, the change in price action is only to the upside, and we start seeing this thing pushing new highs, higher highs, and going on that new bull run again. And it's just been this repetitive action of 100% utilization, dropping down back over here again on February. We saw the same thing happen multiple times, which resulted in higher highs, breaking out into pushing up to that $14 range, and now we're back down here sitting at that $9 price range, trying to touch that $10 price range these last couple of days. And I definitely feel that we'll be able to succeed with how high the short interest is. I do not know how true in this next coming weeks the squeeze is going to be able to ascertain itself. Like with a GameStop situation, that was on a whole nother level of over 100% utilization with the phantom shares and gamma squeeze kicking off just from the news of Ryan Cohen and e-commerce stuff being added in to kick off all those gamma squeezes, then rolled into that short squeeze. We haven't seen any crazy news yet from AMC. They've been doing some good stuff with reopenings of theaters, decent numbers on turnouts for the theaters, on new showings coming out, but we'll have to look as we come further down the line to see how well they're going to be able to actually create higher highs and possibly see if we can hit back up to where it was in the last years of that $20 range. And if we can get there in a really quick time, especially with how high the short utilization is, we're seeing now. Well, that's it for the video, guys, today. Make sure you subscribe, like, dislike, whatever you got to do. Share this video, comment what you got going on for this video in your next coming plays, and I'll see you later.